Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Right there. 54 Mike. Let's get the ball.
No pass.
Watch twins. Kill.
Hey, zero.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That second down play nets a minus.
At the 24-yard line.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him to 1st. Throwing, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Play fake. Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
Ready. Black 25. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Flip.
They go play action. Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. Where do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Bandit. Check 9.
Bang out. Bam. Kill.
Now Wilson throwing again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready. 59. It's just, hey. It's 5 on the 50. Here we go.
Following the interception, Winston. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And an alley to run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Alert.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he's got room. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Let's bring it. Cut. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, me and you all get it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, switch gears.
Go, guys, 4 down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks. On 1st down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. On play action, Winston. Open man has got one. It's complete. A very solid gain of 27.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check it out, Reed.
Off the play fake, Winston. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action now. Winston steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Dean Lowry. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Pick your game up. Kill.
Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Now Wilson on 1st down. And an alley to run. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in the bunch.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Bang out. Bam. Check Mike 54. Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It's now 3rd and 19.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
14.
From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Here's Gay for the Buccaneer field goal. This a 43-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Mike, ready? Blue ready. Let's go. Green, triple team. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Let's go.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. The play action fake. They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Pass.
From the gun, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. Jameis now on first down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
After the sack on first down, Winston, and he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Slow down, slow down. 54. 54.
Now Wilson. Flushed out. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Vita Vea picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brings up third down.
25. Check 25. Be alert.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He's going to run. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Buccaneers have it.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
Ready. Blue lady. Mike 59. Come on. Come back.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah,
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Alert, 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 alert.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Wilson going to throw again. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Wilson now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
45. Mike, 40. Let's go, Hattie.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
I'm going to come back to you.
Now Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Wilson now throwing on 3rd and long. Being chased out left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 28 yards. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
54 Mike.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Kiki QT. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Touchdown, defense.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Levante David. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Safety cream. Switch. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover. 54,
On 1st down, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Winston now. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Ready, black 22, 59. I'm coming. Ready to go.
Winston on 3rd and 2. He's going to go for it all. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They're looking to throw this. Winston. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw, Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa